Welcome back to another episode of What Do We Call. I think you and I both need to like time ourselves and
Yeah,
say, what do we call this together?
let's do
Okay.
it. Let's do
One,
it.
two, three. What
What do
do we
we
call?
call this?
No, it's out.
No, screw it, bro.
Yeah, that's
Leave it,
exactly
leave
how
it.
we meant it to come out.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Two
so
boys
what are we
and their
talking
beautiful
about?
minds.
What are we talking about?
Two boys and their beautiful minds.
Yeah, what the name of the those two boys?
If you don't know the names already, you're already missing out in life.
Right. So I think I missed a lot on life because
Manchester United.
yes, because of Manchester
Wait, hang
United,
on, hang on, hang on,
because of
hang
my
on. Liverpool supporter right here.
that's
Bro,
all
I
right.
remember all those years being a Liverpool supporter. And I have I've lived through the Hodgson era. We finished like 11th, I think 10th at one point, and it's been like we've seen the gutter, right? I have rarely seen a a big club
Hmm.
perform in the manner that they have today. Like I was at one point I was thinking, did they like jump the gun by bringing on Amorim right now because he says he wants players, he wants his own team, his own system's going to work. Well, United are a big club, and in a club like that, you can't have that kind of patience. If you wanted to bring on somebody who's gonna, bring in ethos and have their own style and like give him the summer. And so get an interim manager until the summer. So Van Nistelrooy, who's doing a phenomenal job in Leicester, I think. I mean, even though they lost to Man City, like
Yeah,
they played with a lot of confidence. Like you could see, and we spoke about Bilal Khanous, and be playing with arrogance and all that kind of stuff. And there was
hmm.
a few others who played really well in that
and
like relegation fighting Leicester team.
And United did well for those 2, 3 games, whatever they played under him. They did pretty well as well. So yeah, no, I can see your point. But before I dive into that, I just want to touch upon something that you mentioned that, during all those times when Liverpool, the early 2000, mid to late 2010s, early 2010s and everything,
Yeah.
what was being done to you by me and my fellow United supporting fans. I still feel for you. Feel for you in the sense that at that point in time, Liverpool was still finishing top four. So there was this hope that they might, it's the hope that kills. We've
Yeah.
lost hope, bro. We're so bad, we've lost hope. So we're still in a better position. Our team is still, it's taken that hope
Yeah.
away. So,
Yeah.
so we watch the games now today. I was certain, I was like so certain, bro, that Newcastle are gonna, rip us a new one. The f-
Really?
the yeah, I was expecting it. Um, what is the kind of defending that's being done? When I saw the
Yeah.
team sheet, I'm like, man, why is Casemiro starting? But then I
He
realized,
had such a bad game, bro.
I realized Bruno Fernandes is banned because of the red card he got
Yeah.
in the last game. Ugarte is banned because of 5 yellow cards he's accumulated.
Oh God. Yeah, I was
Um,
thinking why Ugarte is not starting. I knew about
yeah,
Fernandez because I have him in my FPL team, and I was
yeah,
super
right,
pissed off because, by
yeah.
the way, I don't know if you
Which is
noticed,
very
but I'm number
weird.
two.
Why do you
I'm number
have
two
him
right now.
in the French league?
Yeah, I'm number
Yeah,
two.
I understand that. Why do you have him, bro? I mean,
Well, I mean,
it's going
he's
down.
he
United is
he
not even
tends to be
scoring any
among the
goals.
goals, and he was, for the
Right.
price, he was probably one of the better players that I was getting. So
Sure, sure. So yeah, so as I'm saying that United, see, initially I was just thinking about it today. That initially first 2, 3 games, not the first game under Amorim, but to the second, third game, I could see something building, something happening.
yeah,
But now,
you
past
think
two
they seem to have
games, in two
gone
games and
backwards a little
today's
bit?
game, I don't know what the players are doing. things are not
Yeah.
working. Things are not working at all. The only good performance that I remember, which I enjoyed, even though we lost the game, but I enjoyed the performance because, it has to be steps. First, the performance, and then consistency, and then you become a better
Yeah.
thing. That was in the Carling Cup, was it, against Spurs, where it was 4-3. So in that
Oh yeah, yeah,
match,
yeah. Yeah,
United gave
even
a
that
very
a
good
deal
performance.
was a really bad defensive performance.
It was. I agree with you, but at least they were they were attacking with intent, and they were joining the dots. But for the past two games, like against Bournemouth, against Newcastle today, I just didn't see anything from them. There was nothing visible. You could seriously see today how badly the team missed Fernandes's influence.
Agreed.
There was nothing. There was absolutely nothing. And it's appalling that, it's Manchester United. The 11 players that are on the field are, if not the top drawer, they are of a certain pedigree.
Take the gloves off. Take the gloves off, Adil. Tell me how you really.
No, but they're producing shit performances.
Yeah.
It's uh, it's very very weird that they're not able to connect passes. They're not able to. Um, I understand you need to run a lot, but that's not all you have to do in football. It's an essential part, but that's not all. I don't know. First of all, they need to stop playing Joshua Zirkzee. That guy is not United material. He needs to go back to the academy.
I think his career is over after that game. Like I think his career is over.
He cannot
He
receive.
got.
He
Go
cannot
ahead.
receive the balls in air. He cannot receive the balls in his feet. Man, give someone from the academy a chance to play there. I'm sure he'll
You
put
know,
in a better performance.
absolutely right. He brought on Kobe Manu in the second half. Why the hell did he not pull off Casemiro in the first half and put Kobe Manu on as well?
I
I
have no
don't
idea.
understand. I don't know what the like. Why is Casemiro still at the club? I mean, even if he is, put him in the reserves. He does
He
not
has
need
got
to
the
be
contract,
close.
though. He's
Like
on a
his
contract.
form. Yeah,
He's on a
I guess
contract,
he is in a contract.
unfortunately.
Like that, it is what it is. But
But
put him in the
Joshua
reserves.
Xerxes, I was willing to give him time. Hmm. But today's performance, he is big, but he doesn't go in air. He doesn't fight in the air like a player of his
A
stature
target
should.
man. Yeah.
He doesn't do that. He's scared of
In fact,
aerial duels.
I really really like what Hoyland does. Like
Hoyland is amazing. Hoyland,
his work rate, his
it's a
eagerness to get to the
disservice.
ball. Oh my
He's
god. Yeah.
being cheated on that field. The guy
Yeah.
can produce for United, but he doesn't have. He has the tools, but there's no service.
Yeah.
There's serious lack of service, and you can't expect him to do everything on his own. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever he's supposed to do, he's doing. He can give you the fruits of labor if you give him the service, but there's no service to him.
Yeah.
This Joshua Zirkzee, man, he's such a letdown. Initially, man, the first game I saw of his, okay, to be honest with you, I didn't know him as a player. I'd seen once his signing was announced, I watched a few of his clips on YouTube. It seemed like a decent player. But then I remember the game that he was getting his debut in. I saw the size of the guy. I'm like, whoa, that's some big lad. Uh, I was expecting him to, smash people down.
Yeah.
Even the way he's built, he's not tall. He's not just tall like Isaac.
Yeah.
He's
He's
built,
like
bro.
Lukaku.
He's built. It should be
Yeah.
difficult for teams to get the ball off him.
Yeah. Like a
But
Joe Linton, basically.
it's like we've got a very what's the guy? We ordered Lukaku from Timo. He's that from Sheen. He's Lukaku from Timo, bro.
Yeah.
Lukaku
Yeah.
seems like a superstar in front of him. Can you imagine that?
And that's saying something.
That's saying
Yeah.
something. He's got the goals, 2-3 goals in the start, but those goals were not something that he made. There was nothing he made. The guy
Yeah.
plays like number 10 when he's hired, when he's been brought to the club to play as a number 9. Even at number 10, he's receiving the balls with his back to the goal. he's a mess, bro. He's a mess. He needs to be coached, to be told what is expected of him, what he should be doing. Because he's doing, man, Chris Wood is much better than him.
Mm.
And
And
I'm
Chris
not
Wood has been
talking,
doing really well for Nottingham Forest, by the way.
and
So
I'm
you're
not
not wrong.
talking, no. I'm not even taking into consideration of what he's what he's achieving currently with Nottingham Forest. Man, the guy at least makes his presence known that I'm
Yeah,
here.
that's key. If you're big, that's the
Mm,
number one thing
Yeah,
you get going for
that
yourself. You hold off play.
yeah, you tell no, even if you don't hold up plays, you let the center backs know that it's not going to be an easy evening.
Yeah,
You make a nuisance of yourself. He's not doing that, bro.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
such a letdown, bro. I feel bad for whoever. I feel bad for the guy himself. He's been put into this team. He's been, but seriously, what happens is that I don't know if it's the pressure or not. He was being touted as one of the brightest young talents in Syria, but the guys, I don't want to
Yeah.
use the word shit, but that's what just keeps coming to my head. I don't want to
Well,
say
I
that.
mean, this goes back to what Gary Neville has been saying constantly. Like I just don't know what's going on, but United has become like a graveyard for like good players. Every time you see a good player coming in, I think the only player, the last player, good player that I remember coming into United and doing well and is doing well is Bruno Fernandes.
You're
Like
right.
after him, I don't remember anybody else who's
There's no
actually had a
one.
real impact. You know, Ahmad, still, I mean, he's had a good season, Ahmad, but it's still, you know, a long season to go, and he could lot could still go wrong for him. But I like that right side for United. Mazraoui is another one who I think has
Mazraoui is
done
good.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
So I think these three or four players, you
I
know,
don't know,
I
bro.
think even Kobe Mainu needs to earn his place. I think he might be in that place where he may be starting to take it for granted because of the kind of players and the kind of shopping list that United has had. Maybe ship him for loans for a couple of seasons into.
No, I don't
It
think he should
hardens the
on
player.
loans. Yeah, no, it does, but I think United won't be loaning him. They've considered him as an essential part of the starting 11 or the squad. So I don't think they'll be loaning him. But yeah, he needs to. So you know how sup- there's supposed to be hunger, bro. I mean, making it to the first 11
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
should not be the goal. It's to win trophies, win
Oh
tournaments.
yeah.
Um, and how do you do that? That once you've broken into the starting 11, don't let that learning stop. Don't
Mm.
think that you are the final product. You're never the final product. I remember Wayne Rooney. I mean, if only we had a player like Wayne Rooney now. Wayne Rooney, he was an out and out striker, but he adjusted his game all his life. Even towards the end of his career, he dropped into midfield. He was a brilliant midfielder. He
Yeah, I
became a
remember
brilliant
that. Yeah.
midfielder.
Yeah.
So, so that's because he had the hunger to play. If he wanted to say, no, I will just play as a striker and, screw everything else, then obviously he would not have had a longer career. But he reinvented himself. He kept developing himself. And I think for young players, the problem is, I think at the club, that they don't have that kind of those kind of senior players who
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
teach these kids and with
I think what
authority.
United need to buy next is leadership. They don't need to buy quality. They don't need to buy. They need to buy like good leaders. I think Lissandro Martinez is a good leader that they've bought, but he's not half a good player.
Uh,
He's been shown up way too many times. He probably goes into a settled team and does really well. In United, there's too much chaos right now. You brought up a good point about Wayne Rooney, and every time I watch this kid, he reminds me of Wayne Rooney. He even comes from the same city, that Wayne Rooney does. And although he's a Liverpool supporter, but I think a player like that would do United a world of good. Anthony Gordon.
Ashley Gordon, okay.
I think like the
Yeah.
way he runs up and down, the way he gives he leaves his shirt on the pitch.
Yeah,
Um,
that's he has
he's that
the
type of player. Like Garnacho needs to be shipped out. Like he needs to be like you need to wash your hands of him because There have been rumors of team leaks through him. You just can't have that kind of character in in
You
and
can't
around
have
the
that kind
team.
of environment then your players
Yeah,
stop trusting each other, and where does this go then? What kind of
exactly. You're
team are you
absolutely right.
putting on the pitch? So yeah, I've been
Can we?
watching this podcast for the Roy Keane, Gary Neville,
Yeah,
Ian
yeah,
Wright,
yeah,
the overlap.
yeah, yeah.
So I listened to Roy Keane very keenly. I mean, his character, because regardless of whatever his opponents say throughout the career, the players that have played under him, under his captaincy, will always say that he was the best captain they ever had. Because
Mm.
he would motivate them, he would do everything. Like, for instance, Rio Ferdinand was telling an anecdote that when he signed from Leeds and came to United, this was the first training for,
Okay.
and he made a pass to, I think, Gary Neville. This is in
Okay.
training on the United's training ground. He made a pass which was, so in defense, you're supposed to ping the ball, right, so that it reaches the fullbacks.
The
So he
fellow
was
defender. Yeah.
he was expected to do that because they were, I think, playing it. And Roy Keane, and so the pass that Rio Ferdinand made was a bit casual. So Roy Keane stopped the training then and there, and told him off that this is not Leeds, this is Manchester United. Your every pass should be 100%. You can't be casual about anything you do on the pitch.
Mm.
So stopping then and there takes a lot of character. I mean, so
Oh yeah.
they took Rio aback. Okay, so I've got someone who is there. It raises the standards.
Yeah, yeah. Of course
Roy
it does.
Keane demanded standards from his fellow players, that I'm going to be fighting for you on the pitch, and I don't want anything lesser than that from anyone else on the pitch. If
Yeah.
I find it, manager thing is something else. Manager is in the dugout. I'm there on the pitch with you.
Mm.
I'm ready to give my all, and I expect every one of you to give your all as well.
Agreed.
And if you can't do that,
Yeah.
then it get
Do you
ready to
see
be kicked.
anybody? Do you see anybody seriously doing that in the United team right now?
Bro, I think Bruno tries it. But I think his approach is wrong. He comes more off as a sulk rather than someone who demands
Okay.
respect. I think he's the one who's the most vocal on the pitch. If you see with him throwing his
Yeah.
tantrums or whatever, I'm saying I think he's the one who gets affected the most. But his way of projecting it is probably wrong. He needs to.
Yeah.
And Roy Keane had that, and Roy Keane basically spent. So I didn't expect Roy Keane to be like this when he first came to the club, but I think when he played under likes of with Cantona, he got influenced by the bigger personalities, and then it kind of uh, yeah, someone might have a leadership career, but someone, if someone, let's say you're saying United should find you should sign leaders. If someone does go, they do sign a leader, let's say, and he comes to the club and he starts to stamp his authority in the dressing room, there's a higher chance of him alienating himself from the rest of the players. Like, who the hell are you? You just came to the club. You don't tell me what to do.
Because that's not the culture as well.
Yeah. So I've seen during my past this thing as well. So you have to, if you want players to listen, you first have to show them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a small example. When back in Dubai, I think this was 2 years, and this particular game affected me a lot. A couple of years ago, we playing football with the friends, right? And we were like probably 3-0 down or 4-0 down. And I was in the, so we were playing what, 6 aside, 7 aside, something like that. And I
Was
was
this
in the
Stadium
middle.
of Bridges?
No, it wasn't there. It was in Murdiff.
Do you
So
remember playing with those Brazilians? All the way, it was in Sheikh Zayed
yeah,
Road.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was so
We
hot.
had to,
I
we
remember
had to,
I
we had
drive
to take
back.
our shirts off in the second half and play.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Do
that.
you remember the drive back? Like our legs felt like they were
Oh,
roasting.
we were done, bro. We were done there.
Yeah.
We must have lost like 2-3 kilos of water on that pitch that
Easy,
day. Easy.
easy. Yeah.
So anyway, as I was telling you, so that day I realized something, and it's not only pertaining to football. It's about leadership, it applies to all aspects of life.
Yeah.
So as I was playing, I was in the defensive midfield kind of position, holding from there, and I was asking
Mhm.
guys, "Come on, guys, run more," and um, going down by 3 goals early, uh, you know, people stop putting in as much effort and,
True.
start doing. And it was frustrating to me because I'm telling them to run and they're not doing it. I'm telling them to run, they're not doing it. So
Yeah.
uh, we stopped at 30 minutes or whatever, took a 5-minute break. And then, when we came back the field, I
Okay.
started running up and I started chasing like how Tevez used to chase. I was just
Yeah.
chasing left, right, and center by me doing that, and I was doing it like a mad
You
dog without
inspire other people to
any
do
care.
it by doing that. Yeah.
The others started doing it as
Yeah.
well, and we ended up winning that game. But
Yeah.
I realized that day, but then saying it, saying it wasn't enough. I had to do it myself before asking them to do it. Right?
Lead by example. Yeah.
Yeah, lead by example, exactly. So similarly, at United, someone needs to run themselves to the ground again and again and again. Maybe it evokes an ounce of shame in someone else, and these players don't understand, man. This, in world, it's not money that's the most important commodity, it's time. They don't know the kind of privileged position they are in.
100%.
They have the opportunity to impact so many lives. They need to, man. If can you imagine if I don't know, it's easier said than that. If I was in that position, I would give my all. But man, I firmly believe that after all the things that I read about myself on the paper, on the internet, about my club on the internet, it should light a fire in me that next time on the pitch, I'm going to smack someone so bad
Yeah.
that that's going to make news that how serious I am about this club.
That's what makes it so bizarre for me to understand like what's going on at United because
Like, where's that self-respect, bro? Where's that self-respect?
you are Manchester United, man. Like you are the biggest club in England, arguably, right? Even if you're the second biggest club in England, like it should light a fire under your ass that that our rivals are now no longer like close to us. They're like
Way ahead.
way ahead of the game. And to your point, when we were talking about the Liverpool game next week, it's going to be it probably should not be
Bro,
broadcasted at a
unfortunately,
time when kids are
unfortunately,
awake to watch games.
you're right. Absolutely. And I expect a drubbing. I expect a drubbing. The kind of is it at Anfield? Yeah, I think it
It
is at
is.
Anfield. It is
Yeah.
at how, bro, 4-0 minimum. Minimum 4-0.
You think so?
Minimum. I got the prediction right, by the way, this week. 5-0 West Ham.
Oh, is that what you said?
What? Yeah, yeah. I'm. There's an app where you can
Okay.
predict.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that was the only. I got the what's that called? The results right. Like for instance, if it's Wolves versus Tottenham, it'll be a win or
Oh,
a.
you got
Well,
all the victories right. Like who's gonna win the game?
yeah, I got the Wolves Tottenham wrong. I had put that down as 3-2 to Tottenham, but it ended at 2
Well,
2
they drew the
to
game.
Drew. Yeah.
So you were very close. It was 2-2.
But the Liverpool game, I got 5-0. 5-0, I got bang on.
Oh wow.
I expected them to smash Tottenham as well last week. That's what, but I didn't expect them to ship that many goals to Tottenham, which pissed me off. Which you remember, I would made a big. I was moaning a lot about it. How the hell can you ship 3 goals, man?
Yeah.
And I saw those goals, man. They got very lethargic. Liverpool got very
Yeah.
lethargic
They
towards the end.
let off the gas at
But
5-1.
I
They
think
just like
games like those are important as well. Because they
oh
learned
yeah,
a
for
lesson,
sure.
and that's why they.
They came
Which
back and
reminds me, bro, Mohammed Quddus.
Yar.
What a
He
player! Yeah.
needs to move. He needs to. He almost like
I
he was
think.
giving an audition.
Oh, I was thinking the same thing. Well, it's
Yeah.
like he's like
Yeah.
if Salah is going, don't worry. I
Yeah.
can fill that hole. Look at this.
We
Look at
will
what
be
I'm
there.
doing.
We will be there.
So,
Yeah,
look at
no, I
this
think it was
guy,
great,
man.
but
Yeah.
his injury record is not the best, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one problem. The other thing is he is, I think with the game that I was watching, the commentator summed it up completely, like, perfectly. It's hard to judge Mohammed Quddus because Salah plays in an orchestra.
Yeah, yeah, I read
Quddus,
that. I heard that. I
oh,
heard
you
that.
heard it?
Yeah, yeah, I heard
Okay.
that. I
Quddus
heard that.
is like a
Which was
solo
which
singer or
was
something like.
which was true. Which was true. Which was true.
Yeah, no doubt. He was the only
But
one performing
man,
on that pitch. I don't think there was anybody else.
what I liked was, I think, whose goal am I talking about?
Yeah, who made Julian Lopetegui like a manager? Like every team that he goes to in the Premier League suffers. Like remember he was Leeds manager at one point, wasn't he?
Well, no, I don't think so. He was Aston Villa manager at one point, I think. I think he was Aston Villa manager.
Okay,
I think it was
so
Aston Villa, bro.
He has managed Wolves. Oh, Wolves.
Was it?
Yeah. Sevilla? Okay, I guess.
Sevilla, yeah, because he's the Europa League. I think he's won the Europa League the most times. You know how Sevilla was in Europa League, right? It was him.
Him or was that
No,
Unai
it was
Emery?
him. No, it was him. Or was it? Oh, you're right. Probably it was Unai Emery. I think you're right.
Yeah. And then he was a reserve, like Real Madrid reserves manager.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what happened, right? If you don't remember. Not this Euro, the previous Euro. So something happened where just before the Euros, or was it the World Cup, that Real Madrid announced that he will be the next Real Madrid manager, or he resigned.
Like
How can Real Madrid?
Spain manager? Like was he Spain manager at the time?
No, I think he didn't get the job then also. That job also. And then they got Luis Enrique. Something happened, bro. Something very embarrassing happened.
That's messed up.
Yeah,
I remember that incident. It was
something weird happened.
Rock in a hard place.
Yeah. So I think that's about it for our this topic.
Yes, I mean United. We'll see what happens.
What are you calling? What's the result? What do you think will be the result next week?
I don't think it's going to be a drubbing. I think it'll be like a close 2-0.
You're being too kind, bro. Newcastle could have won 3 or 4-0 today, man. I think they've hit the post twice today.
United did pretty well in the second half.
Yeah, Liverpool is not going to give that much chance to United.
It's Anfield, so I mean it could be more, but it could be less too. Like Liverpool.
I'm telling you, 4-0. 4-0 is minimum. Okay. Take it and go.
I hope you're right. I think it's going to be a 2-0 game, just because players turn up for big games, and this is.
Those are not the players, bro. Those are not those players. Those are not those players.
Think so?
No. I would still.
I felt in the past.
I would still take. Sometimes you don't look at a player who has the most skills. You look at a player who has the heart.
Yeah.
These players don't even have that, bro. Unfortunately, I don't see it. I mean, prove me wrong. I would say prove me wrong. To these players, I would say, I've made a statement, prove me wrong.
Yeah.
That's all I'd say. I'll be the first one.
That's really tough.
To say,
I feel sorry for all of the United supporting.
Don't worry, no.
Honestly,
shut up.
We've been there
Shut
as
up.
Liverpool supporters.
Shut up. No, you have not been. You have not been here. You have not been here. You have not been here. Shut up.
But I will say, that you absolutely deserve this. The beauty of this whole situation is, without getting too cocky and arrogant, because I don't really want to, but not only is Liverpool good, but United is bad.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's the worst part.
If we both were bad, then it's it's okay.
Or if we were good but not as good,
Yeah.
That's what kills you guys. That's what hurts you guys most at that. Because why the hell? You know, I think there was a season then when United was winning the league. I think you beat United. I think you beat United on in one game, and then in one game was a draw. Like United didn't beat Liverpool.
Yeah.
United still
Yeah.
ended up winning the league. You know, so
Yeah. I remember that.
they're like,
Yeah.
what should I? And Liverpool fans like, what
Yeah.
should we do?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we've done our best not to
So
give them points.
here's the thing, okay?
Yeah. See, at that point in time, so I'm telling you from now, tomorrow United will lose 1-0. And even if they lose 5-0, 6-0, it's not gonna hurt as much. So I'm not even gonna give you I'm not even gonna give you that happiness. Yes. Not at all. Because they made it like that. Because they made it like that. I don't expect this team to do anything, bro. Unfortunately.
I mean, they may prove you wrong. I don't know, man. Like, there may be an inquest
Bro,
after this game,
you
losing the
know,
way that they did in the
can I
first
say
half.
something before we go? Can I say something? You know, today when they were playing against Newcastle, so I was going back. So, because, you know, this is the fourth defeat in a row for United, right? So I'm going back. Okay, the last time we won against the team was Man City. Man, Man City was so bad that they lost to us.
Man City, I know they won this weekend, but bro, they were so bad.
I'm
They
like,
were
what the hell?
so bad. They actually scored against the run of play. And
Oh,
can you believe it? They were playing Leicester.
yeah.
Like that's how
Let's
bad.
see.
And it was.
But I
This is
guess
not me.
this
The
win,
commentators were saying it.
this game is gonna do well for their confidence. Let's see what happens next week. Where they playing
Yeah,
next week?
and let's see what it does for United's confidence too, right? Like, okay. So I was gonna say this before we break. I will say that I would much rather have a rivalry, a title rivalry with United
Right.
than City or Arsenal.
Yeah. Obviously, bro. That's
Because
box
like the
office.
City and Arsenal fans
I think
somehow think they're at the level of Liverpool or even United for that matter in terms of size and history and all that kind of stuff. They are not even close, bro. Like it's not even funny how not close they are. Oh my god, this is like some of the
no, they forget.
comparisons, man. Like
They forget. They forget what
yeah,
United was. They forget.
yeah.
It's okay. Let them.
Well, I mean, they're kids, right?
Hmm.
They're some
Eh,
kids following these teams.
I just wanted to
So
see
anyway, let's
the
wrap it up.
next fixtures. I actually wanted to see next
Okay,
list
let's
of
do that.
fixtures. Yeah, if you
I
have
think
time, sir.
it's January
Saya,
5th onwards.
if you've got time, sometimes higher. It's 4 January onwards. 4 January onwards.
4 January. So
Whoa.
like Friday onwards.
So, yeah.
What have we got?
4th to 6th. 4th to 6th.
Okay, so we've got Tottenham Newcastle. That would be a good game. That is
Yes, it
actually
would be.
an entertaining game. I'm already
Yes.
laughing thinking about that game.
Aston Villa Leicester
So
is going to be good.
yeah, it may be good because
Okay, so
Leicester
who
is
do you
like my
call?
Leicester Roy.
Who do you call in Tottenham Newcastle? I think Newcastle will win it.
Newcastle will win. Although it's at the London Stadium, so
It is, but
no, Spurs are gonna Spursy. Spurs are gonna do a Spurs.
Spurs, yeah. No, and I think I feel bad for them in a way that their main goalkeeper and the first starting two center backs are still missing. And they are good players, bro.
Why did he bring Mickey Van de Ven so quickly? Like he should have you slowly get these players.
But they're good players, and they're good players, bro. They are really good players. The Vicario,
agreed.
Romero, and Van de Ven. I mean, if they were in my club and they were injured, I would miss them as well. They're really good players.
No doubt.
So yeah, but I think Newcastle will make them pay.
What about Brighton Arsenal? What do you think? I think Brighton have had a slump. Although this is at the Vitality, so you could expect. I say probably like 2-1 Arsenal win, or it could be a draw 2-1-1.
No. I think Arsenal might win it because Brighton's defense has been a bit leaky, and Arsenal is good at. I'm seeing that Arsenal is now becoming a team that kind of goes to get back possession now, possession of the ball. So yeah, but I think it'll be a nice game to see two attacking teams Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
good. I think there'll be goals in
Agreed.
that game.
Well, are you really saying attacking and Arsenal in the same sentence? I mean, they've had two good games,
From the
so
set piece,
let's
bro.
yeah. Two attacking set piecing teams.
Yeah. No, let's not
Man.
berate let's not deride Brighton.
Fair enough. And
Uh,
what about Man City's Achilles heel, West Ham? They play at Man City at the City Ground. What is the City
I think it's called
Stadium?
Etihad Stadium. Etihad Stadium.
Etihad. Yeah, the Etihad. Yeah.
I
What do you
think
think?
man, I think City will win it. You know, it's really hard to call City's
West Ham
games.
sucks right now. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
and so does City. So does City. But man, they have so much quality in their players, bro. Bro, that
Well, that's the thing, right?
you know, it's difficult to call. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's difficult to call. That you don't know
I
when.
think West Ham,
But West Ham is so bad as well. But West Ham is so bad, equally bad as well.
Yeah. That's why it's difficult to call.
Yeah, that's why it's difficult to call. Yeah. Like if instead of West Ham, there was let's say Fulham. Then I would say, oh, Man City is gonna have a tough game.
Bro. They're flying. Yeah, they're
yeah.
doing very well.
I don't know how they let in. I think they drew right against someone this past week.
Yes, they did. They actually did draw, which I was surprised by as well.
I was too as well.
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Bournemouth is.
But I would still
decent.
No. Yeah. They have been. Man, and the kind of teams they've beaten this I think they beat Liverpool as well.
No, they drew.
They drew with Liverpool. Okay.
Lost to is Forest.
Shame on you guys. That must hurt.
Bro, Forest is number 2. Like we lost to them way back when.
Forest or Spurs?
Forest. We lost to Forest.
Oh, I thought you said we lost to Spurs.
Ah, no.
That would hurt, right?
6-3.
If it was,
right? Yeah, that was
it would be like you wouldn't be saying it with so much pride. You would be saying we lost to Spurs.
Like, I would much rather lose to Forest than I would to Spurs.
Yeah.
Like even
Forest
if
is doing
the
well.
start of the season, they are where they are, right?
Yeah.
You know, it was interesting actually. We're talking about City. Sorry, by City I mean Nottingham Forest.
Okay, I don't know how that
connects. I said City, but I actually meant Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
I guess their ground is called the City Ground. I guess that's why. So a lot of the people in like the Forest fans, they liken their journey in the Premier League very similarly to Liverpool's journey. Like in that they both had charismatic managers in Jurgen Klopp and Steve Cooper. And at the same time, I say this because obviously I've got a lot of friends in Nottingham, right? And
what is it?
I'm going to try to be serious. So, and then now they have this new manager who's coming, relatively new manager, Nuno Espirito. Like he's not a new manager. He is, he knows the Premier League in and out.
He grew up in front of us, bro. How is he a new manager?
Exactly. And so he's come in and he's doing all the great things, and that's why I think those are the two surprises.
I think
which is one more thing that I wanted to talk to you about.
What the hell?
And maybe we need a whole new episode for it, so I'll leave it. It's basically punditry, right? And where like there is like zero ability to analyze or forecast or because the game that much and all that kind of stuff, and you're able to call things at the start of the season, and then you get proven. Like, oh my god, like the top 6 right now could not have been predicted by a single pundit out there.
Yeah, true.
So I guess that also speaks to the greatness of the Premier League, right? But
except for Liverpool being a number 1, I don't think anything else was predicted. The table.
Well, even for Liverpool, nobody. I don't think anybody had.
Oh yes, you're right. You are right, because they said that the change in manager would. Yeah. Maybe next year they might be challenging. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I don't know. This may be like
Because everyone had said that City will continue to dominate.
yeah, dominant because they have, right? And
Yeah.
everyone knew there'll be a downfall coming, and nobody knew it would be this bad, and as long as it has lasted. So that's the other thing.
So basically, Chelsea lost today and lost out on the chance to go second.
Yeah. So Nottingham Forest is second, and that's why they're now
Unless
chatting.
we'll have to wait for Arsenal tomorrow. If even if they get a point, they'll be second. Arsenal just need to draw to get second.
Oh, they do? Okay.
So, yeah.
But I mean, are they playing in the Emirates or are they playing in?
Good question. No, yeah, I think they're playing at Brentford's home. I think.
Oh, that will be. They are playing at Brentford home, so that will be a really good game.
Let's see.
I'm glad I'm going to be able to watch that game.
Is it? It's day after. It's tomorrow. Yeah, I mean,
it's tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow. Day after
it's tomorrow, bro.
It's 30th for you. It's 31st for me. It's 30th for you. It's on the 1st, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's strange. Why would they leave a gap in the
because New Year's Eve? No, because New Year's Eve, it's a whole lot of commotion in the city. People traveling for this thing. Okay.
Either watch the game or don't.
No, it's not about watching the game or not. It's about safety of the people as well.
Yeah, then just why didn't they just broadcast it today or just play the game today?
Yeah, why didn't they? They should have done it. Yeah.
So stupid. Yeah.
So stupid. Anyways.
So stupid. All right, bro. That was a really good chat, and I think I really enjoyed it. Do you want to bring us home?
Yeah. So, guys, that was my heartfelt rant on the current state of Manchester United. So, anyways, let us know your thoughts on what is wrong with United, if anyone has a clue, and how it can be, rectified. I still would like to stick with Amorim because he brings a fresher perspective to the entire thing. I think he knows what he's talking about. Well, if it doesn't work out, he can go off in a season, but at least give him an entire season with his players, and let's see what it does. So that's it for now. Keep watching us. Please share, subscribe, and take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Stay safe. Peace.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, please.
Subscribe.
Yes, please.
Deal. Get some Tylenol, man.